So it's safe to assume that when you go into a party, like the party that we're going to do, it's safe to assume not to establish a playlist. Just go see your crowd, see the vibe, see what's happening, and then just play for your heart.
But you're also playing for a reason. What was the reason? Because I wanted to play this. I wanted to show that I could do that. I wanted to show that my boy can do this, or that we're a great team. What if you're better at picking out records than he is, but he has all the technique? Be a DJ duo. You could be a DJ duo. No one's ever had a DJ duo, so do it.
He does old school hip hop.
Okay.
I'll do more of the modern dance, techno and house.
There you go. Bambata used to DJ parties without even spinning sometimes. He would just sit and pick out the records and say, play this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they'd play 3, 6, 9, the goose drank wine, you know, that song that...
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, man. All right. So we never go back to a bit, and that's why we kind of never commit to a theme, DJ. It gets you in trouble. Oh, I love this one. Okay, this is from mobile DJs. Number 6. Never ask the audience, how you doing? People who do that can't think about it in terms of a comedian first. People who do that can't think of an opening line. They came to see you to tell them how you're doing. You ask that question, and basically I tune you out. He's like, I can't even listen. If you walk up and go, how you doing? I'm at a comedy show. I'm hoping you got jokes. DJing is exactly the same way. People that pick up the microphone and say to the crowd at the opening of the wedding, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to have a great time tonight, and we're going to do this. Just play some music, earn our trust, and then you can talk to us. But if you're here to say, all right, I need everybody to get up and go over here now and go over there now, I do not move if you do that shit. A lot of people find that offensive. Don't tell me what to do. You're supposed to be the party starter. Make a party, and if it's good enough, we'll dance. Right? Isn't that the true test of all of us?
Yeah,
there it is.
Sure is.
All right. Write what entertains you. If it can't be funny, be interesting. If you haven't lost the crowd, just say something. All right. This is probably just more a comedian point of view. I can use it for my videos, because when I'm like, sometimes I can't be funny, but I have to teach them a lesson about music. It's better to try and teach the lesson than try and think of a funny way to present it. In our case, say you had to play a gig. I DJ'd the night after 9/11 in a bar where I knew that there were families that lost firefighters from that region. So I had to think about what the hell music was appropriate for that night. Because people weren't ready to party, but I'm still getting paid to play music. So I started thinking about buildings and whatever, and the first thing I played was Living Colour's song, if you can tear our buildings down, but you can't erase a memory. People coming up to me, please take this off because it's too upsetting. Or, thank you for playing that. I really needed to hear something like that. There are songs for certain situations, but I knew all day that I couldn't pump it up. I had to just kind of be conscientious of the moment. So there's always going to be gigs that require you to come outside of your box. It just makes you a better DJ. Sorry I blab on and on. It's,
no, it's insightful.
Okay.
We're soaking it up.
Beautiful. Listen. Number 9 is listen to what you are playing. Ask yourself, when I am playing it, why am I playing it, and is it necessary? We're just talking about yakking. This is the biggest lesson I had to learn to be good on YouTube, because on YouTube, you go on a tangent and yak. They can just stop the video and go on. You can teach them a lesson, but it has to be fun and funky. Nobody wants to be taught, really. They have to want to learn. So with your set, you may feel that the break on the middle of that B-boy record is what you want to play, but you're not going to play the Jesus Christ. So knowing that, you have to pick out little parts of the song that you want to play, knowing that that's all that the crowd's going to hear. They're not going to hear the rest of the record. So everything that goes out of your speakers is you. It's a representation of you. Like David Bowie's song, I am a DJ, I am what I play. That's what you are. What you play is what you are. So you have to like trim it down to the minimum of, I love Rush, but I'm not going to play Rush at my gigs, even though I think it's clever. You know what I mean? I see DJs all the time that suffer from that. They're playing their favorite song, and I'm like, yo, you had the crowd going, and I noticed you turned left really quick. What happened there, or whatever? I just felt like changing it up. I felt like hearing this song. Okay. But like, you could segue. You know what song I love to use as an example to open a gig? Lowrider. If you play Lowrider by War, dun, 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 you can sort of gauge who you have in the crowd from that one song, because it teeters the line of a song that all rock people know. They know it from classic rock radio. Funky, it's funky. So if they are an all-white crowd, but they're bumping, okay, we got some funky people. If they're not really feeling it, you can turn into a rock direction immediately. But you gave them the opportunity to be funky. And you'll find other little opportunities to be funky within rock. You've got to. Rock the Casbah is not the only funky rock song ever. And I know it's the only one that a lot of people play. You know, or You Shook Me All Night Long. You know what I mean? It works at parties. I understand why they play it. And like, you can't get away from Celebration by Kool and the Gang in 50 years. Now, most of us don't play it anymore because it's the ultimate cliche. But there are points where that woman walks up to you and says, "Excuse me, I'm the one paying you, and I would really like to hear Meatloaf." You have no choice. So that's why I say to people, why do you want to be a DJ? Because if you realize that mobile DJing is just serving this group and acting like you're having the greatest time of your life, because it's pretty artificial what they do. They have to kind of pretend they're really excited about your event. You know what I mean? I don't think people realize that.
Service. You're providing a service.
Exactly. And we don't ever want them to think that the best option is for them to put on an iPod and hit random. Because they'll learn from the party guys that you have to build people up and then bring them back down. It's a ship, and you're steering the ship. All right. Play to the top of the intelligence of the room. There aren't any bad crowds, just wrong choices. We just talked about that. If you want to play down to them and play something that you think is juvenile and you hate it, you've made your set now juvenile because you chose to go that road. Try to stay at the top of their intelligence. If you know that you have a really hip-hop intelligent crowd, are you going to play I Wish I Was a Little Bit Taller, I Wish I Was a Baller, or are you going to play KRS-One? You know what I mean? But if you have little girls and they know that song and they think it's cute, play Ice Ice Baby. Play it, whatever. Like, you probably won't have it in your thing, hopefully, but if you do and you're at that thing and you need it, I'm sure there are weddings where people get asked that and they're like, oh God. All right, I'll play it, but my roadie's going to play it for you because I'm not going to be in the room when this goes on, and they leave the room because no one's getting me on the phone playing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Play to the intelligence in the room, and you'll get rewarded only a few people. There's only going to be 3 or 4 intelligent people that are going to come to you and say, I really appreciated what you did. You didn't play one wrong song all night. I heard people say that, and I love it. I played the Apollo Theater after party. They were doing a blues benefit for the Blues Hall of Fame at the Apollo. The after party was at the Red Rooster. So I was playing for the guys from Living Color, Macy Gray, Taj Mahal, Sam Moore from Sam and Dave. I knew who was there. I wasn't going to play hip-hop because hip-hop is people talking.
I have it here for you.
Talking hard. Yeah. If you have intelligent people that are trying to come down from a concert,
I will.
what are you going to play for them? I'm going to play funky
Just
music
like
in the background so that they can communicate. Talking about do it, fluid. That's what they want to hear. Ah, thank you. A calm place for me to settle down. They play I Get Lifted. Boom, 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 boom. So I had them eating out of my hands. They're coming, you didn't play anything wrong. You should be working here every week, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know if they have a promoter at the Red Rooster or not, but I haven't heard back yet, even though they said 500 things to me after the gig. So it's all about hustle, follow up, and whatever. So that's why we do mobile gigs, because it's exhausting trying to play what you want to play all the time. Right? I mean, unless you got a following already.
I'd rather just stay 80s funk and 80s and 90s hip hop.
Yep. I agree. I love to mix hip hop. I love. Yeah, I brought all this stuff to you guys. Let's do. Is there anything else that we know? Okay, his last thing is I love my cracker roots. Get to know your family and be friends with them. That's basically his own personal baggage there, because he made his career making fun of redneck culture in Texas, and then they were like, wow, he's really funny. And then he went to Hollywood and he started making fun of Hollywood. So like, you can do that, but you don't want to dismiss your family to the point where you can't never go back. That's right. All right, so let's play some fun samples. Are there any samples that you guys wanted to know or whatever? I'm gonna just go berserk on this thing and play as many samples as I can until DP1 gets here, because last time I did one of these, this is all we did. I only played samples for people and they didn't really learn anything. So that's the end of lesson time. Let's just have fun and whatever. We don't have to listen to me talk no more. I'm gonna play a whole lot of fucking samples for you guys. Check this out here.
You just deal with
No, I don't use Serato. I used to DJ only vinyl, now I DJ only CD. It's only because I love my records and I don't trust it. I've been to too many places, I bring in valuable records and the drunk girl with the glass, or whatever. You're the best DJ ever with the glass in your hand. Well, they put something on your speakers or whatever. You gotta know that you're really good with the bars. And I like to play it bars.
Yeah.
Did you hear the sample? The opening of the Jay-Z album, right? This is a public service announcement. Okay, no. Sean Carter was born on this day, right? That's the intro. This is the challenge. Now let's go back with Kanye sample.
I am getting the spirit.
Hear that? Get the spirit. He sped it up.
I'm getting the spirit.
Make it go your finger.
In the dark.
Now it's the same song. Now it's a Kanye album.
Getting the spirit. In the dark.
So not only do you have to know your records, you have to know your records at the wrong speed.
In the dark.
Days coming up, but we do that.
That's why I tell people, why do you really want to be in it? Is the beat really good at this? Oh yeah. One of the principles of this thing that I didn't say was, this is the hardest thing on earth to do. If you can do this, we can do anything. And that's true of a comedian. What other job is there where people pay to hear you talk? There is no profession in the world but a comedian where people want to hear something. What other profession they want to hear you play? You're saying as the DJ, I know more about this than y'all. You can trust me. I'm gonna steer the boat in the right place. It takes a bit of confidence and arrogance to do that. Who sampled this?